Hi, and thank you for listening. This is Sherry Andrea, and you can find me at sherryspeaks.com. First of all, sherryspeaks.com has 80 plus attunements starting at $2.50. The free attunement that you can get there right now, in case you just want to, try it out, see how my attunements work and everything, because some people, like ask the question like, okay, how do you do it? Do you do chi ball method? What? But if you want to try it out, I do something similar to chi ball method, although it is easier. It is where I've imbued a graphic that you stare at to get the attunement. So it's like pretty simple. Simple and easy to get the attunement. And the other things that you can find on the site is, of course, there is a blog there, so there is information. So if you click on the blog, I have it ordered by title and broken down by category. So based on what you're looking for, metaphysics, spirituality, energy work, etc. My blog, it's easy to find and read all the information that I've written about. I've tried to make the site as easy as possible. Site has a couple of issues right now that I'm working on. I'm really trying hard to fix it, but they're being a pain in my butt right now. But for example, for those of you who have been using attunements, the certificates that come along with attunements, it's not working right now. I upgraded the plugins and the formatting is off, so I'm working on fixing it. But there is a certificate maker that I know of, the only one of its kind. I created it myself. From my past coding experience. But you can, if you want a beautiful certificate, simple. Even if you were attuned by somebody else, you can use the certificate maker, and for $1.75, get a beautiful certificate. All you got to do is put in the information, your name, the master's name, whoever attuned you, and choose whatever certificate you want. So it's pretty straightforward and simple. And also from the website, you can find things like, we still have the deep clearing that a lot of people like. The deep clearing, you can order it and it's $25. That's the one that I do, and I email you. Or I also have a new one, which is a deep clearing that is done with us together over the phone. That one has been really popular. It's been really great. I've been able to, in the last few weeks, help a lot of people with various issues that they have, from energy, negative energy that's hiding in their home, aches and pains that are related to people they've been dealing with, where it has left an effect on them that has manifested physically, to helping people with like spiritual attacks that they're dealing with and various things. So the last few weeks, it's been really awesome. I've been able to help a lot of people with, my abilities. The reason why my energy work is so strong and so powerful is because it's not only born out of my high level of spiritual advancement, but also I have the ability of telekinesis, so I have the ability to manipulate energy. So and it's great because I tell you what I'm seeing while I'm seeing it, what my higher self is saying. Even in your home, my higher self pointing things out, like there's this there, they need to move this from this room to this room. So it's been pretty cool, pretty interesting. So if I'm gonna have all the links in the description, so if you would like to try out that new service of energy work that I'm doing over the phone with people, the deep clearing and everything, and that, yes, that does include all of the chakras, all of the major and minor chakras, and also if you have certain I always do that anyway. I ask my, higher self to point out any chakras that need extra work or repair. Same thing with the aura. We're removing attachments, we're cutting cords, we're also getting rid of some vows, promises, contracts from previous lifetimes. We're doing a whole lot in this deep clearing session. It is on sale right now, in an introductory special sale for $30. Sometimes, it just depends on what you have going on. Sometimes it just takes 20 minutes. Excuse me. Sometimes 30, sometimes 45. But it's always interesting and fun, I think. Excuse me, I'm sorry to be coughing. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to put the link in the description, but you can schedule that on my scheduler, which is sherryspeaksnow.simplybook.me. And just click the book now button and you'll see everything I have, including right now, I still have the psychic readings on sale, 30 minutes, $15. Sorry about that. I had to mute myself so I could cough. I think I ate something yesterday that's like still congesting me or something. But anyway, and I apologize for that. I don't mean to cough in your ear. So anyway, let's get right down to it. Okay, so this video is about, I wanted to share with you something that I used to do all the time. I still do it occasionally, but in the past I used to do it a lot. Okay, so as I was working on metaphysics, my psychic abilities, and also my spiritual advancement, something I used to do all the time is I would visit the Etheric schools. Okay, if you've never heard of that, I don't even know. I'm not even sure I know how to describe it. Imagine that there is a college that is run by various angels and ascended masters that is quite invisible. Like, yeah, like kind of like a Harry Potter type thing. Not everybody can access it. You got to get that special invitation. Not really. I mean, in this case, you don't need a special invitation. You just need to know that it's there so that you can go to it. And I'm telling you that it's there so you can go to it. Okay, so the Etheric retreats, the different ones, are run by various angels and ascended masters. Okay, for example, the one, if you go to the one where there's Saint Germain, of course, some of the things that you can learn at that Etheric retreat is related to law of attraction, manifestation. So if you're interested in that, you would want to go to his Etheric retreat. If you're working on astral projection, out of body experience, you're going to want to go to the Etheric retreat where you could learn that. Okay, so they are quite real, and the thing is, anyone can do this. You don't have to have special abilities to do this. It's literally as simple as, before you go to bed, I would always ask Archangel Michael, to take me different places when it comes to traveling out of body while I'm asleep. So before I went to bed, I would say, Archangel Michael, after I go to sleep, please come and get me and take me out of my body and take me to XYZ Etheric school and get me there and back safely. That's simple. And what would happen is, you're going to know that you were there, because the other thing you're going to do is you're going to ask him, like, let me remember the experience as a dream. because that's normally how you would remember it. So the dreams that I would usually have upon waking up, I would remember having a dream where I was in a classroom setting. Sometimes I can remember being in a classroom setting and being asked to come up to the board and work some problem out, on the board. Like, so I would always have a dream where it was validation that, yep, in fact, I went to the Etheric school and I participated in that school as a student. Yes, you're not going to remember like everything you learned, everything you did, because knowledge doesn't work that way. Knowledge is something that you take in by various methods. You may see something, you may hear something, you may experience something, and you take that in. And it is within you, and when it is necessary, your higher self will bring it to the surface. Your higher self will also turn that knowledge you took in to understanding, and then from there to a higher level of understanding. So you don't have to worry about, well, what if I don't remember what was taught? No, that's not how it works. When you're learning things in your dream life, like, which to me, I liken dream life as it's a whole nother life, whole nother experience. Many of you have the same dream home. There's a house that you have when you dream. You're like, yeah, I can remember so many times since I was a child. There is this dream house that I'm frequently in my dream. That's it's almost like when we're awake, we're living one life, and when we're asleep, there's this whole other life we live. And so, yes, you can study, you can learn, you can practice when you're asleep. Now, in fact, you're out of body. You may not realize that. You may think, it was just a dream. But no, in fact, you're out of body most of the time. At night, most people do leave their bodies and they travel, and they're doing this, they're doing that. They're helping people. They're going and helping friends and family, and, in their sleep. So, okay. Let me put this up. I want to do this before I go to the next part where I explain more to you and tell you more about this. Let's put up, fair use disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, we got that out of the way. Okay, because the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. So first of all, let me give you, here's the thing. You want to learn about things like the Etheric retreats, the Ascended Masters, and the angels that oversee them, that you'd be learning from. Okay, just go to Google, type in Summit Lighthouse space Etheric retreats, and Summit Lighthouse, that is a publisher for the books written by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. Now, many of you can recall me recommending, her books, such as The Human Aura, which is excellent for if you are on a spiritual path and you're trying to reach enlightenment, or one of my favorites, Alchemy for Self-Transformation by Saint Germain. Let's get right to it. I don't want to keep you too long. Etheric retreats of the Ascended Masters. Few among mankind have entered Etheric retreats and temples of the Great White Brotherhood. The retreats, once physical on the lost continents of Lemuria and Atlantis, were withdrawn to the realms of perfection, the etheric plane, reachable only by the most advanced initiates. With the dawning of the Aquarian Age, however, light bearers were given again opportunity to enter these retreats just beyond physical awareness. By means of soul travel, you can visit these spiritual retreats while you sleep, as time and space are merely coordinates of infinity. Okay, so as you can see, that matches up with what I was telling you. Now, let's skip ahead a little bit. Now, you can learn and read about this on your own, but I'm just trying to give you at least enough of an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, let me skip to, hold on one second. Okay, for those of you who are like into healing, into Reiki, the Ascended Master Hilarion is the Shohan of the fifth ray, the green ray of healing, precipitation, and truth. Hilarion is best known as his lifetime as the Apostle Paul. He maintains the Temple of Truth on the Etheric plane near Crete. He works with atheists, agnostics, skeptics, and others who have become disillusioned with life and religion. But now keep in mind, he is over the fifth ray, the green ray of healing, precipitation, and truth. So you would want to go to his Etheric school if you were interested in being taught more about those things. Now, here's one of my favorites. The Ascended Master Saint Germain is the Shohan of the seventh ray, the ray of the violet flame. The ray is freedom, mercy, transmutation, and ritual. Now, transmutation, we're actually talking about alchemy, is what that is referring to. Saint Germain is also the hierarch of the Aquarian age. The pulsation of the violet flame can be felt from his retreat over the house of Rákóczi in Transylvania and from the Cave of Symbols in the United States. He also holds classes at the Royal Teton Retreat, and that's the one I used to always go to, and has a retreat near Table Mountain, Wyoming. Okay, this is the one that I would always go to. Why? Because I, for a while, was heavily into learning alchemy and manifestation, law of attraction. So this is a retreat that I've been to often. And I do think that it helped. Do I think that it increased my abilities of manifestation? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, now this is on the page that's summitlighthouse.org/etheric-retreats. So if you Google Summit Lighthouse Space Etheric Retreats, you're going to find these pages, and I would just recommend for right now, you go there and you quickly, read the information, kind of get familiar with the different ascended masters that are over those retreats and what the retreats are all about, such as the Ascended Master Lord Lanto with the Shohan of the second ray, the yellow ray of illumination. He serves in the Royal Teton Retreat, the main retreat of the Great White Brotherhood on the North American continent. Working with educators and spiritual leaders, he is concerned with the illumination and real education of the youth of the world. So this would even be good if that is your thing. You are planning to work with and help young people. So this would be great, a great retreat for you to also go to for that reason. Okay, so what are the other reasons to want to go to these retreats? Because you're trying to advance your abilities when it comes to metaphysics or when it comes to astral projection, difficult things that maybe you've been working on. This will help you to learn more. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, because a lot of people, they talk about taking classes with people, but there are all these schools that you're missing out on. There is not just humans you can take classes with. Hey, you can get it from the source, so to speak. You can get it from the top. It's not just human people who are giving courses that you could participate in that you have access to. You got access to schools at a really high divine level, and a lot of people aren't taking advantage of that. I did. I actually never took any courses from anyone. Mainly because I didn't have the money to, but also because once I learned about things such as this, the etheric retreats, of course, I was like, oh wow, gotta do that, gotta go there. It's like the difference between what would you choose, your local community college or Yale? Well, I choose Yale. So I want you to, even if you're not sure what you think about it, whether you believe in it, at least check it out. At least, before you go to sleep, ask Archangel Michael to take you, to one of these etheric retreats. See for yourself. Experience it for yourself before you make the determination of what you think about it. Also, for those of you who are like, you're practicing out of body experience already, or astral, projection. Hey, if you're already practicing that already and you're practicing it from the standpoint of in your sleep, why not? I just gave you some place to go. Besides going to Egypt, the Grand Canyon, Stonehenge, I just gave you another place that you could travel to that is not on this physical realm. I just gave you a real exciting place to travel to that's actually on a different plane that anybody could go to. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you because I've been trying to share more, like, some of my experiences, some of the things I used to do. When you're talking about, like, what did I do? What were the things that I worked on as I was advancing? What contributed to me getting to where I am now? So I've been trying to share more and more with you those things so that you can also get the same knowledge and the same experience that I got. So anyway, I appreciate you listening to me share that with you. Please feel free to comment. Please keep it positive. We don't need any negativity. Save that for somewhere else. But please, for any of you who have already experimented a little bit with going to the etheric retreats, please do share in the comments. Share your experience. Do you have a favorite etheric retreat you go to? You share what your experience is and how you experience it as far as in your dream. Or a particular experience that, was really memorable to you or impactful. I appreciate you, and just remember, I've got the psychic readings on sale still. It's for 30 minutes, $15. That's at sherryspeaksnow.simplybook.me, and I'll put that in the description. Also, there is the powerful energy deep clearing that I do that includes all of the major and minor chakras, which are 300 of them. Yes, if you want, I will do the 8th through the 12th chakra. There are certain ways those chakras have to be done. And yes, I have experience working on those chakras. This is not Reiki that I'm doing. This is actual, real, powerful energy work. So that is on sale right now for $30 for the session. And like I said, the session takes kind of however long it takes. For some that don't have much going on, it can be faster. For some that have different issues and things they want me to work on and heal and fix, it could take a little bit longer, but that's fine. So I'll put all the links in the description. Remember to like and share this video, and also remember to donate, even if it's $1. Every little bit helps to go towards paying for things like hosting, domain cost, when I have to hire somebody to fix the website. Please also feel free, if you go to the website and it's either like you can't log in, you're having trouble, please don't hesitate to email me. And, let me know you're having trouble, and I will help make sure that you get in and get what you need. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I really appreciate you and love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon again. Bye bye.